Greetings, gods and goddesses. Welcome to the inner court for those that are aligned with the inner court. This is Shy Queens. I'm coming to you today, this evening, with another message. I was actually getting ready for bed and the divine had other plans. And so I am grateful to be giving you this message. So to start off, I did pull a goddess oracle card from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle guidebook by Abiola Abrams. Before I start my message, I'm just going to go ahead. I pulled one card for the overall energy, and it was the Goddess Circle, card 10, which is the Wheel of Change. The Wheel of Change card says there is a season for everything, and this is yours. If you haven't already received the good news, it is on the way. It is safe to celebrate. You deserve it. Don't question the joy. Don't wait for the other shoe to drop. Rejoice, beautiful. You are the moment. This is your time. Positive change is on the way. Expansion, evolution, and revolution. Be open to change. This is a great season to let go of the past and take a big risk. The ancestral memory comes from the powerful Egyptian goddesses and queens from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. Nefertiti, Ma'at, Sekhmet, and Iset showed up for this goddess circle. Their unified power creates a portal of unlimited choices and transformations. The ancestral medicine says one thing about the Wheel of Fortune: it keeps turning. For some of your ancestors, it was difficult to feel joy for joy's sake. Heal their energy by celebrating your now. Learn what it feels like to revel in joy, pleasure, and fun just for the sake of it. The declaration is, I'm a winner, baby. I'm a winner, baby. So the title of my message is You Are the Divine Architecture. This message is actually coming from Zechariah 2nd. And I opened the book, started to read about the ancient servant that was surrounding the walls of Jerusalem and measuring the walls of Jerusalem, looking to build a wall. And the angels came and pretty much told him that there would be a wall of fire that would be built. This message is for somebody that is going to restructure after chaos. Somebody that's going through intentional rebuilding. A city without walls is what the angels call Jerusalem because of the great number of people and livestock that would be surrounded in the city, that would live in the city. When you think of walls, you think of the protection. You think of how, some folks want to build a wall. This is more so about a new order, a divine order that's being instilled in your life and in the greater world around you, really. The divine said, I will be a wall of fire around it. around Jerusalem and the glory within it. The wall of fire represents energetic protection, spiritual authority, divine boundaries, and sacred sovereignty. The glory inside represents divine presence dwelling within the people, spiritual awakening, inner light. I notice there's a lot of movement going on. People are measuring a lot right now. People are testing out a lot. People are testing their limits. They're testing their boundaries. They're testing boundaries. And in a time such as this, I'm talking to someone that's beginning to awaken and know that the true safety, regardless of what you're seeing, is going to come from your spiritual alignment, not from the physical barriers and walls that we were once taught we needed to build to stay protected. And so this era, this time we're living in, it doesn't matter what you see and where you see it. The wall of fire is the energetic protection you're going to need, the spiritual authority, the divine boundaries, and the sacred sovereignty. This also speaks to being the temple, to knowing that it is well with your soul, to allowing the sacred wall of fire to surround you. The second thing that came up was the people were called to leave Babylon and return home. And there's so many different things that came up for me. Because right now is a time where a lot of people are leaving the places where they reside to go to home, to go to a safe space, to go to a sacred space, to go to an ancient space that you once knew was sacred and pure and aligned and peaceful. Babylon symbolizes the exile, the systems of control, spiritual forgetfulness, environments that suppresses your divine identity. And so I'm speaking to someone that is coming out of Babylon, coming out of those toxic places, those systems that has been controlling you, that has been suppressing your divine identity, that has been conditioning you. For you are called the divine architecture because the divine resides in you. We're being called to leave places, habits, or relationships that keep our souls in captivity. So the person I'm talking to right now is awakened, is clearing yourself, is shedding those labels, those false identities, those false relationships, those false locations, those false accomplishments, those false sense of worthiness, those false senses of power or value that you have established. Those walls are falling. Those false identities that we've been holding on to are shedding. Someone's being called to leave a familiar environment that cannot support who you're becoming. Someone is being called to leave a job that keeps suppressing you or not allowing you to operate in your true gift. Someone is being called out of dumbing down. Someone is being called out of being diminished. Someone is being called out of abuse, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual. Someone is being called out of the limits. Someone is taking the limits off. You see, leaving Babylon is a spiritual homecoming, is what it is. I hear you. Give thanks. Oh. Leaving Babylon is a spiritual homecoming. Then get into that spiritual homecoming. We go into being called the apple of his eye in the next chapter. And that just speaks to how special you are, whoever I'm speaking to. The apple of his eye signifies being precious and protected. And the coming home to yourself is remembering that, coming online to that, acknowledging that, honoring that, stewarding that. You are the apple of his eye. You are precious. You are worthy. You are of higher frequency. You are gifted. You are rare. I've been hearing that word over and over. You are rare. You are about to get divine justice and sacred worth, not the false sense of worth where you had to do to be deemed worthy, where you had to overextend to be valued. Your existence, for your very existence, is valued. Don't think for a second, when you are the apple of the divine's eye, you're not only precious and protected, you're about to get divine justice and sacred worth. Your existence is valued. The harm done to you have always been seen. Don't think for a second anything that you survived. Don't think that it didn't go noticed. Oh yeah, you're going to get your double portion. But just know, divine justice is real. Everything that was done to you have been seen. Oh, I'm speaking to someone that is coming into healing, that is coming into peace, that is coming into forgiveness, that is coming into wholeness, that is remembering coming home to yourself, giving yourself permission to release what no longer serves you, but to release it out of your body, to release the toxicity, to release the pain, to release the trauma. Because restoration is on the way. You are now guided by divine intelligence that resides in you. That fire is coming through divine presence that's returning to you. The divine presence in yourself is returning to you. You are coming online. Chapter 5, verse 10 says, I will come and dwell in your midst. I will come and dwell in your midst. That gives me that natural mystic feel. There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. And if you listen careful now, if you're still enough, because you got to turn some of this noise off. You got to rid yourself of some of that chaos. You got to examine some of that chaos that you have been allowing in your life. Because you got to clear that so you can feel that presence returning to yourself, so you can create space for that presence to return to yourself. The verse says, I will come and dwell in your midst. The prophecy declares that the divine presence will return. Many nations will join the divine covenant. Not religion, not our labels, not our differences. The divine covenant. We see what's happening in the world right now. People are waking up. People are seeking God like never before. Meanwhile, the divine is saying, I will come and dwell in your midst. The Most High is declaring, I will come and dwell in your midst, but you know how the divine moves. You have to be still in order to know. Be still and know. Be still and know. Turn the noise off. Be still, because you are going to need to hear instruction of what to do next, where to go next. This whole lineup's been given instructions since I started the message. The sacred presence will come from the temples and buildings into living people. The awakening of the very living temple, because chosen, you know you are the temple. You are the temple. And the divine, Most High God, Mother, Father God, is dwelling within I and I. The Most High is dwelling within you. You are the living temple. And as the Most High comes to dwell, you will need reverence and stillness and silence. This represents humility before the divine order. Because we spent so much time looking for temples and buildings and proof outside of ourselves that we haven't been still enough to hear the divine order, the divine rising from within, the divine stirring from within. So it's time to sit still and let the real you please come forward. It's time to listen instead of thriving. That one's good. listening to the divine within, surrendering to sacred guidance. We are living in a world where we want to do, move fast, think, execute, plan. But we are being called to listen, to surrender to sacred guidance. It's time for our deep inner listening to begin. And so I'm speaking to someone that is measuring, they're examining, you restructuring your life, you examining your life, you're attuning to the divine's voice, you're tuning to a higher frequency of what you are called here to do. And in that attunement, in that alignment, in that awakening, in that awareness, you're being called to examine everything around you. Because this is not the time to be caught slipping with entities and environments and frequencies that are not operating at the highest courts. That is not in alignment with the divine covenant. You're being called to expand, take the limits off. The future will be larger than what existed before. So a lot is gonna burn down, chosen. Do not be fearful. You are the temple at the end of the day. And we just been told we're taking the limits off. To me, I'm speaking to someone that is done operating in your flesh. And what I mean by that is that you're fully aware that you are divine intelligence. You are fully aware that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are very aware that your divine intelligence is coming online. And if you will be still and listen, that your divine intelligence will tell you what to do, will tell you what to say, will show you the truth. And so you're being called to take these fleshly, humanistic, low vibrational, limited mindsets off and break the limits off. Because the fire, you're now surrounded by the fire, which also means divine protection. That means you are impenetrable. That's what that means. You are impenetrable. They will try to kill you and miss. They will try to come for you or lower you and end up leaving scratching their heads because, chosen, you've coming online. They will call you a witch because they can't kill you. They will call you evil because all the darts and evil eye they sent towards you, they ganged up. They had to rack up in big crews to try to take your life, and they can't figure out why they can't take you out yet, chosen. It's because that divine wall of fire that surrounds your divine intelligence, that protection, the divine fire is your boundary. We never walk out of that line of fire to go play with low vibrational entities anymore, because now we know better. We are exiting Babylon Star. We are exiting old systems and environments. There are old systems and environments that must be left behind. And as the goddesses already have spoken, the will of change is upon us. And so you need to act in the fulfillment already. The divine sacred presence is returning to God's children. That sacred presence is in the midst, is here. And you're being called to come back home to yourself, to align, to not stop trying to be somebody in this world that is not aligned with the divine intelligence that resides in you. Star. The wall of fire gives you energetic sovereignty. That energetic sovereignty is the divine intelligence that the Most High surrounds you with, that lives in you, that makes you a god and a goddess. That energetic sovereignty creates the boundaries, the sacred space, and protects your creative power. It protects your gifts. It protects your intelligence. See, the thing is, this intelligence that resides in you, quiet as it's kept, this intelligence is what people are studying. I've been hearing some folks are to be studied. Some behaviors are to be studied. People scratching their heads because they can't figure out how in the heck. That's impossible. That will make you not human. Give thanks in advance. Celebrate in advance because somebody coming online. Somebody woke up and realized they was a god. Somebody woke up and realized they wasn't even bound. That was an illusion. That was a distraction. That was a lie. Guess what? Some of these false empires are about to fall. I'm going to leave this message right here because Spirit has spoken. We give thanks for energetic sovereignty, for spiritual sovereignty, for the divine fire, for the protection. We give thanks for being the apple of the Most High God's eye. We give thanks for the Most High residing in us and giving us that spiritual authority, trusting us, stewarding us. So we're gonna go forward and we're gonna remain in obedience to the divine presence that dwells within. The divine presence that dwells within. We give thanks. Go out there and be the divine architecture of your life. Give thanks, so it is, and so shall it be.